going on, everyone? Darkside Phil here, and welcome to a channel update for December 3rd, 2011. The first video I've put out in several days since I've been sick, under the weather. As you know, the last video I put up was on Wednesday. I really wasn't feeling too hot. As you can hear right now, I'm still not 100%, not even close yet. Still really congested. Still got the drip coming down the back of my throat to my chest, and so I'm all congested here in my throat. Still every 5 minutes I need to blow my nose, so I'll be very surprised if I even get through this video without having to like blow my nose or clear my throat. So yeah, I'm not in any condition to go back to doing, you know, full-time gaming and playthroughs yet, but I said, you know what, I'm not dying sick. I haven't had a fever in at least a day at this point. I said, let me at least do an update video so everyone knows how I'm doing, what I feel about the stuff that's been going on while I haven't been making videos, which, by the way, has been a lot of stuff going on, if you can believe it. And, so yeah, so first of all, I'm still sick. I'm not 100%. I don't plan on probably being 100%, or at least attempting to even try to do full playthroughs again until Monday at the earliest, probably more than likely Tuesday. What it's looking like is John Rambo might be coming down on Tuesday, since we didn't get to do anything this weekend. It was going to be my personal time off, but now it just ends up me actually being, there's a cobweb hanging from my ceiling here. It ends up me just trying to recover from being sick, but he's probably going to come down on Tuesday. We'll probably do an episode of Smart Guys and do some co-op gameplay. From what he's told me, he actually has a lot of downloaded characters in WWE 12. He did buy the game, and he has like a full roster of wrestlers from like all over the world, and so we may be messing around with that on Tuesday, but we'll see. But anyway, that's probably the first you'll see me doing any gameplay. If something changes and by some crazy reason I feel better, like a little bit better on Monday, maybe I'll try to do some, but I'm not going to be doing like a full day's worth of videos. I really want to give this rest enough time so that I'm not rushing back into what I usually do, and then I end up overworking myself, and then I end up getting sick again. So I need to get healthy. I need to get healthy so that I can finish off my plans that I have for the rest of the year, which is beat Zelda Skyward Sword, beat Skyrim, and then do my top 10 best games of the year, do the top 10 fan-voted funniest moments of the year, and also do my best music remixes montage. Is all this going to happen by the end of December? I don't know. And as you know, the first week of January I'm going to MagFest that weekend. So I guess my goal would be to get all of that wrapped up and done by the time I go to MagFest, okay? Speaking of MagFest, big announcement coming up. Within the next couple of days I may be making this announcement. It all depends, but big announcement regarding MagFest, and the surprise that we have for you at MagFest will be coming up shortly. But anyway, so what I'm really thinking of doing is, a lot of things have been going on over the past couple of days, which I'm going to talk about in this video. But I'm definitely feeling that maybe with either today or tomorrow, I'll be I'll be up to it, like healthy enough to put up my Christmas tree. I think that probably maybe later today I'm going to do it. Unless I really feel beat, then I'll probably do it tomorrow. But I want to put up my Christmas tree. We're already here, December 3rd. I mean, we're already into December, and usually I put it up that week of Thanksgiving. And last year I got caught up with too much work I was doing. This year had nothing to do with that. It was because I was sick. So I want to get that Christmas tree up. As you know, my Christmas tree is different from everyone else's. I put a lot of gaming-related stuff and things on there. It's pretty cool when I do it. So definitely check those videos out when they go up. You'll also notice that behind me, a lot of the things that previously were behind me on my countertop have vanished. This is because, actually, yesterday my parents came over because I was sick, and they brought me supplies, and they helped me out. They helped me basically clean out my condo. So it's a lot less cluttered now. A lot of the boxes and shit that I had in here that were just taking up space have been destroyed and thrown out. And I was able to rearrange stuff. My dresser that I've always had over here, right next to my my computer, actually is now like a shrine of gaming memorabilia and statues and such. And I will be showing that at some point. Probably when I do the tree videos, I'll show you how I rearranged it to make more room for that stuff. And that's over here. But, alright, so what's been going on since I've been sick? Well, first of all, I do want to talk about the bills, SOPA and PIPA, which is the Stop Online Piracy Act, Protect Intellectual Property Act, both of which were under debate, or up for debate, in the Senate and Congress, the Senate and House of Representatives this week. In the U.S. government, and there's a lot of back and forth discussion, and because of you and your participation, and my participation, everyone's participation, these have basically been now caught up. All right, it looked like they were going to try to get steamrolled right through and approved for law, but because there's been so much opposition to these bills, they've been held up. And what's actually happened now is the senators and the representatives who are opposing these laws and saying these are going to be way too broad if they're passed into law have now created counteracts, countermeasures. And what they're proposing is that rather than the U.S. government or some corporation having the ability to basically completely censor a website or change the way that a website like YouTube or Twitter or Tumblr or any of these websites that have user-generated content operates and completely screw up their business models, instead what they're going to do is have this already existing governmental body. It's like the International Trade Commission or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. But basically, this governing body already exists, and what it does is it regulates imports and exports into the United States to make sure there's no counterfeit goods coming in, there's no illegal trafficking coming in or out of the United States. So they said illegal downloads are just that, illegal downloads and uploads. It's some kind of a good or service, a song, for example, or a TV or movie, television show, video of any sort that's either coming into the country or leaving the country. And really, that's what these acts were targeting to begin with. As we said right at the beginning of this whole fiasco, really what they're trying to do with these acts is not to censor websites like YouTube. What they're trying to do is stop online piracy, and I'm going to say particularly the Pirates Bay, the one largest pirate website in the entire world, where America has tried to shut it down, the government where the Pirates Bay exists has tried to shut it down, and they've all been unsuccessful. That's really the website that the MPAA and all these other organizations are trying to stop piracy from. But what they've done is they've created these overgeneralized, broad acts that are going to completely change the internet because they only care about their own little specific interests and they don't care about anyone else. So who cares? If this broad bill gets passed quickly and it does what we want, we don't care how it affects anyone else. And that's their attitude. So the opposition to these acts says, no, here's an act that makes more sense. There's already an organization that governs illegal imports and exports. Just put it into their jurisdiction. Let them create a cyber crimes unit or whatever in their part. Let them go after the Pirates Bay. It's that simple. Why do we need to change the structure of the internet and censor the whole internet for your own selfish purposes? And so now there's going to be some debate over the next week or two in the U.S. government regarding this issue. And everyone has their fingers crossed that everyone listens to reason and says, okay, we're all working together to stop piracy. Let's do a reasonable thing. Let's not pass SOPA or PIPA in their current forms. Let's actually be reasonable here, and let's pass something that's reasonable for everyone that isn't going to destroy the internet. And in my opinion, from what I've been seeing, because I have been following this along all week, I mean, what else have I had to do? I've been fucking sick. It's looking good. It actually looks like some people are willing to listen to reason. Now there's actually an opposing solution to this piracy issue, and that was the main thing. It's a lot of people can say, well, we don't like this, but do you have a better solution? And if you don't, well, then it's going to be hard to stop these people. Well, now we actually do have a better solution, and everyone's hoping really strongly that the U.S. government will listen to reason, change these acts so they don't destroy the internet as we know it, and it'll go along like that. And we'll see, and I'll keep everyone updated as more information comes out of that. Now, there have been some people who have contacted me regarding another act that has actually been passed by the Senate already, and it looks like it might even go to President Obama for his final veto or approval. It's a pretty alarming act, and the reason that you haven't heard from me about this act is because you have to understand, when it comes to political activism, okay, you have to pick and choose your battles. You can't always be the one person who raises the alert for every single possible thing that can go wrong in the government, because then you just become a whistleblower, you become one of these people who are just panicking all the time, and that's not me. And this particular act, I have been following it, I have, and I'm not really too worried about it. What it is, it's an act, and I don't remember the name of it, but basically, just going along with the Patriot Act that was passed back after the terrorist attacks of 9/11, the U.S. government now feels that our armed forces should have the ability to seize any U.S. citizen anywhere for whatever reason just because they suspect them to be a terrorist and have no due process, no rights whatsoever, and to be detained indefinitely. Now, previously, this act only applied to people who weren't U.S. citizens, and that's when all this controversy happened about people who were being snatched up, who were suspected terrorists, and they were thrown into Guantanamo Bay, and they weren't seen or heard from for 5 years, and it was just crazy controversy. And now, it seems like they're trying to broaden this act to even apply to U.S. citizens. So, am I concerned about this act? Absolutely I am. Okay, it's absolutely absurd. It's ridiculous. It's broad-reaching. It's a crazy panic attack from our U.S. government because they don't actually know how to stop terrorism. So instead of actually trying to put together an intelligent plan that would probably attack terrorism properly, they just put out the panic. Okay? Oh my God, we're so afraid. And because they act like this, the bad news is the terrorists have won. The terrorists have changed the way that Americans live their lives because our government gives into this. Okay? This panic mentality. So the Senate already passed this bill. But it's looking like it's going to go to President Obama, and President Obama, at least previously, says, I'm not going to pass this. I'm vetoing this immediately. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's way crazy. It's like blown out of proportion. There's no way I would ever pass this. So that bill is in limbo right now. We're going to see what happens with it. But like I said, I'm not going to rally the troops for every single thing. We've already been heavily into this internet censorship deal. And even though I could, I mean, I don't want to be the guy. I'm the guy that does video game playthroughs, you know what I mean? I'm not the guy who should be here telling you all about the U.S. government trying to do crazy shit. That's not me. That's not what I'm about. That's not what I want to become on YouTube or anywhere. I don't want to become some political activist. But if there is something that's going to negatively affect the stuff that we love to do, like YouTube, that's the kind of stuff that I'm going to inform you about. But I am aware of that bill. I'm hoping that Obama has enough of, you know, a sense of honor and intelligence to know that that's a crazy bill and he should veto it. So we'll see what happens with that. So that's what's going on with U.S. government, okay? Enough of that, alright? Now let's talk about YouTube. Because primarily that's what we're here to talk about, right? Stuff on YouTube. Let me actually get a sip of water here. YouTube, over this past week, has begun to force people to use the new version of YouTube. So if you haven't noticed it yet, your home page on YouTube, any of the in-between browsing pages on YouTube, the video view page on YouTube have all changed. They've all changed to the new version of YouTube, which YouTube never gave warning that this was going to happen, never gave anyone a chance to preview it, they just shoved it down everyone's throat. This is YouTube's way of operating. They've always operated like this. The last time they did this was 2009, when they forced the new channel layout to everyone. Everyone vomited all over and said, this is disgusting, this channel layout. Now, over the past 2 years, we've all begrudgingly been forced to use this new channel layout and adopted it and learned how to use it. Now, all of a sudden, YouTube wants to adapt to a new channel layout, again, only 2 years later. So, obviously, it was a failed experiment if within 2 years they know that this thing is crappy and they decide to completely change it and revamp it again. Again, with no feedback from anyone. They did let people preview it. It was called Cosmic Panda for several months, and no one really liked it. Overwhelmingly bad and negative feedback. So it's kind of ridiculous that, once again, they feel that they know what's better than everyone else, and they try to shove it down your throat. But it's their website and it's their business, so unfortunately, they have the ability to do that. Now, I can't speak for what's going to happen to your home page or your browse pages or anything like that, because as I've said to everyone, I'm usually so busy with what I'm doing on YouTube, I don't have time to watch other people's videos. I don't go to my home page and see who's in my subscriptions box and do any of that. I'd never do that. So I couldn't tell you anything about the functionality that's going to change there. From what I've heard, from what people have been telling me, is that it looks like they've completely undone the fixes that they had to the subscriptions box. So for example, a lot of people had said to me, Phil, we're not going to subscribe to you. We like you a lot. We like your content. We watch all your videos. But we're not going to subscribe to you because every day when we go into our homepage, in our subscriptions area, all we see are your videos. YouTube, if you put up 30 videos a day, we see 30 of your videos and maybe 1 or 2 other videos from other subscribers or other people who we're subscribed to, because the way that YouTube does it is all messed up. Now, I've heard that over the past several months that bug was fixed. That now it says, like, okay, Darkside Phil or DSPGaming uploaded 30 videos today. Here's one. Who such and such machinima maybe uploaded 15 videos today. Here's one. And so you'd only see one from each, and then you would just click on there if you wanted to see all of them. Well, apparently this new YouTube layout has undone that again. So now you're going to have a massive flood of videos from anyone who does more than just a couple videos a day. All you're going to end up seeing is their videos in your inbox. There's nothing I can do about it. Please don't complain to me about it once I start uploading again full time. I don't control YouTube. This seems to be like a common thing and thread with me. I get people complaining to me personally in PMs, Phil, why did you flood my inbox? I don't control YouTube. I don't program the site. All I do is upload videos. So if you have a complaint, fucking complain to YouTube and Google, who keep changing their site and fucking everything up. Don't complain to me. I can't fix it, okay? Now, what really concerns me are the changes to the channel pages. because the changes to the channel pages are going to affect your accessibility to my content and the way that I want to display my content to you. So I've checked into it. I actually, for about 20-25 minutes, farted around with the new channel page the other day because I've been sick. I had time to do this. And I started taking a look, and I actually like a couple things about what they've done with the new channel pages, and there are a couple things that are baffling me right now, and maybe some people will have the answer. So listen up, because here's what I found. First of all, it looks like the new channel page still allows you to have your one main video, like you've always had. It could still autoplay if you wanted to autoplay. What they've done with the new channel page is they've taken all the stuff that used to be cluttered on your right-hand side of your screen, which in a very narrow column used to be your uploads, your favorites, your playlists, all of that used to be all cluttered in this one narrow column. And for a newcomer to YouTube who maybe isn't used to the layout, even my dad has complained to me. He said, Phil, it's really hard to find stuff on your page. Just the layout, the way that they do it, it seems very confusing. So I can understand that. What they've done, they've taken all that stuff from the right hand of the page and they now put it under your main featured video. So you're now going to have one area that says uploads, and if you click on that, you're going to see all of my uploads from the most recent one all the way down, if you keep going down to the first upload, all in reverse chronological order basically. If you click on the next section, it's called favorites, and what you're going to see are all my favorites from the video that I just recently favorited to the first video I ever favorited on this channel. Then I actually have the ability to pick and choose what playlists I would like to feature on that main page. So I could pick, let's say for example, the last 3 playlists. I could have Zelda Skyward Sword, Need for Speed The Run, WWE 12, I could do that. Or, if I have a playlist that I know a lot of people like and enjoyed, I can actually always leave that on my front page. So at a glance you get to see my featured video, all my recent uploads, favorites, and then whatever playlist I want to feature, all at a glance, easily viewable, no hassle, no fuss about trying to figure out how to do it. In the playlist, the thing I really like about the playlist, there's actually an arrow on them now. All you need to do is click on the arrow. It will play the entire playlist from start to finish in order, which never worked properly before with YouTube. They fucked that up completely. When they redid the channels 2 years ago, they fucked up that functionality. So I'm glad that they fixed that and they've made it at a glance easy to watch those playlists now, okay? What they've also done is they've taken your other channels or channels of my friends or whatever, the ones that you're allowed to put on your page, and they've moved that now to the right-hand side. And above where that is just basically your profile info, whatever you want to put there about describing your channel or whatever. You also now have the ability to link your website, and actually it's a one-click to your website. You don't have to search through, say, the whole body of your description of your channel to find your website. There's an area right there to just click and go straight to your website. You can also link your Twitter account. So there's all these things that they've added to basically make it a little bit easier at a glance to understand a user's YouTube page. But what's baffling me are some of the things that they've omitted or that I just can't figure out how to do yet, okay? Number one, I can't figure out how to get my channel banner on the top of the screen to show up anymore. When you go into your options for your channel, there seem to be options that you can adjust the height of your banner to be 150 pixels, which is how tall my banner is right now. And it says, whatever you put in it for your pixel height for your banner is going to be by 970 pixels, which is the width of my banner. So I did that, but then I don't see any fucking area to upload a banner. Like, there's nowhere to actually upload your banner to the fucking page. I think they just forgot it. They left it out of the menu like boneheaded idiots. There's no option to upload a banner. I just don't see it anywhere. So if anyone knows how the hell to upload a banner to the new channel pages, please let me know, because I'm not willing to sacrifice my banner. My banner right now has links to my website, my Twitter account, my Cafe Press, not that that's a big deal, but also to my Hateful Truth video game review series and links to all of my other channels on YouTube. Why would I sacrifice that because these idiots changed the whole fucking page and didn't put a button to upload your banner? It makes no sense. So if anyone knows how to do that, please let me know. The other thing that are startling omissions, you can't edit the color, you can't edit the text, the font, anything with your page anymore. So, you know, right now if you look at my channel page, you'll see, oh, it's a gold background for Zelda, and it's got white text, and it's got red links. It's all gone. They've completely taken away that customization, and so when these channels go live, they're all going to look exactly the fucking same. They're all going to be this ugly gray with white text or black text or whatever the default is, they're all going to look the same. I don't understand how you can try to launch a whole new channels page without having any kind of color customization. It makes everything bland and generic. So again, if anyone knows how to fix that or get into that, I haven't found a way to do it. Another startling omission, your favorites, sure, you can now have your favorites right at a glance, but you can't order your favorites. I went into there, there's no option to order your favorites anymore. So I can't say, okay, the most important favorite video is the one about these bills going through the government and put it as #1. Even though, regardless, that's the one I want everyone to see first, it doesn't appear that there's any way to order my favorites so people will see that one first. It just goes from reverse chronological order. So you'll see the most recent video I favorited and then everything in order from there going backwards in time. So that just baffles me. And then the biggest thing that really baffles me, there's no more channel comments. Period. There's just no more channel comments. They don't exist. What it seems like they've done, they have a template for when the live video streaming goes live for everyone on YouTube, where then there'll be like a chat box that'll open up on your channel and people will be able to chat on the live feed that's going on. But outside of that, there don't seem to be any channel comments anymore. And any other layout, there's nothing available. And that completely baffles me. What was wrong with channel comments that you've decided to just get rid of them without even telling anyone or explaining what your purpose was? It's blowing my mind. So those seem to be the biggest changes I found. The banner doesn't seem to exist anymore. Even though there's settings in there for it, I can't find anywhere to upload the banner. You can't edit colors anymore. You can't order your favorites anymore, and there's no more channel comments. Outside of those weird things, I actually like the new layout a lot because, again, shows your featured video, your uploads are there, your favorites are there, whatever playlist you want to feature are right there at a glance in front of you. They're not hidden in a sidebar on the right-hand side that you have to scroll up and down to find anymore. And so for newcomers to YouTube, this is going to be really at a glance. You're going to be able to find what you want to find or find the most interesting things that I want you to see. But it really confuses me that they've done these omissions as well. So if anyone has feedback on these things, please let me know. Alright, I'm getting beat now doing this long-ass channel update, so I'm going to call it quits here. I hope this has been informative to you. Again, I'm still trying to get better. I'm in no shape to be doing a full playthrough right now. As you can hear now, I'm starting to choke because I've been talking for so long. So I'm going to take a break. Later today, you may see me putting up my Christmas tree. If not, I may do a video about the new YouTube channel layouts, going more into detail, showing you what I found about them, and then see if anyone can give feedback about how to get this stuff back that I can't seem to get to work. And that's it. So thanks a lot. Hope that this is a good update for you, that now you know that I'm at least doing a little bit better, but I am still under the weather, trying to get better. And I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for the hundreds upon hundreds of get well wishes that I've received. I will take that to heart, and I'm going to relax, and I will see you as soon as possible. Thanks.